Just like every year, this year as well, individuals and businesses are waiting for budget announcements to see if some of their concerns get addressed. This year's budget is expected to be focusing on fiscal consolidation and long-term development. As far as indirect taxes are concerned, I was running through my notes from previous year and I realized that there is not too much of a change in the wish list. In fact, there are few more complications that have surfaced in the year gone by. One of the key expectations from this year's budget would be to see if there can be relaxations in restrictions imposed for availment and utilization of input tax credit. Since the introduction of GST, there are innumerable conditions and restrictions imposed for availment and utilization of credit. This has resulted not only in working capital blockage but also increased the compliance burden for an assessee. It is unlikely that the government will roll back any of these changes, but what can be done is to reduce the rigors around the scrutiny and investigation on such matters. Moreover, what government needs to look into is how to reduce or how not to overly punish a recipient of supply for inaction on the part of a supplier. If one remembers well, one of the pillars of Atmanirbhar Bharat discussed during the Union Budget 21-22 was minimum government and maximum governance with an objective to strengthen trust-based governance in order to augment ease of doing business, while the reality on the ground is very different, with multiplicity of audits initiated by state, center and DGGI. It is becoming very difficult for an assessee to undertake indirect tax compliances under the current regime. It is very important that expeditiously a National Advanced Ruling Authority and the GST Appellate Tribunal is set up. Moving on to some of the buzzwords from 22-23, namely Make in India, startups, digitalization. It will only be apt that the government looks at introducing and incentivizing new age manufacturing through more PLI schemes, look at R&D linked tax incentives to encourage innovation, research and development, and create a more tax-friendly environment for the startups. On the customs front, expeditious introduction of the DESH Bill and the new foreign trade policy is really the need of the hour. The good part is that we must all bear in mind that the government is listening and there are changes being introduced slowly and gradually. What is required is proactive consultation in a timely manner so that the law settles down at the earliest. Looking forward to this year's budget and will come back with more updates. Thank you.